All right, and welcome to the next episode of Inside with on the Let's Play Together playthrough with my friend CapnMintbeard.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. So
And we're about to figure out what's up with these magic upside down water corpses.
yes. Okay, I think I timed that right. So that should launch me, and then to get the secondary launch. Yeah, perfect. Oh my. And if you'll notice too, they got those worms sticking in them.
Oh yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so they are utilizing the worms most likely for mind control purposes.
Mm.
But there's something wrong with these guys. Like they've got like, I mean, they're not really exactly perfectly human shaped. They've got like masses growing on them and stuff. They're full of.
Maybe it's kind of like I mean, I didn't read this particular comic. I never read any of the Ninja Turtles comics, but maybe it's like, the Shredder, like at one point he was made out of worms or something, and like
Oh,
grew himself
really?
out of worms. I don't know.
Huh.
Some weird thing like that. Maybe that's an element. Maybe the worms are, an element of growing the bodies or passing genetic information or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, now here's something that's interesting. This guy, this one here that's kind of right in the middle of the screen. It looks like it doesn't even have a head.
In the foreground, yeah.
Yeah.
Or unless what is his
So
right or left hand is the head on where the hand is supposed to be. 'Cause that's a pretty big hand.
yeah, I suppose so. I wonder
That's
is
really weird.
yeah. So is that the head, or is it like, do the worms just control the fleshy mass? Brain or no brain?
Or maybe these are like the ones that didn't quite make it that aren't good enough to be shown to the public. I don't know. Or maybe these
Yeah,
are like
maybe in
just experiments,
progress.
like where they're trying to iron the process out.
Yeah, could be, or maybe
'Cause that one looks like it has two heads.
oh yeah,
That
could
one in
be.
the in the foreground, like if you swim
Uh,
back down a little bit, the one that's like in the going to
sort
be
of.
right in front of you if you swim down some more. Yeah, like right in front of you right
Oh
now.
yeah.
So it's got
Okay.
two mind control helmets on too.
D- oh yeah, you're right. It does.
Yeah,
I never noticed that. Yeah, because all the other ones they have one. This one's got two.
one.
That's interesting. Didn't pick up on that before. It's sort of weird in sort of a morbid way. Just the
Mm-hmm.
like if they're a little bit more human shaped, just kind of the bright light with the silhouettes is actually almost calming looking.
Right.
Yeah, until you realize what's really going on.
I think this scene is part of the promotional art too. They don't fully show everything, of course, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing this scene.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I actually didn't see a whole lot of promotional material for this game because it was like, I loved the game Limbo so much. So as soon as I found out that there was another game coming out by Playdead Games, I was because this is only their second game.
Right.
So when I found out they were doing another game, I was like, I don't care what it is, I want it. I was like, and
Oh yeah, yeah. Like if you go to the Steam page, that's one of the screenshots on there. I'm pretty sure.
okay, yeah, this was. I mean, when I first got this was the full sale price of $20, and I can say even though I was able to blow through it in 4.5 hours on my first playthrough, I can say that it was worth every penny. I
Mm.
I thoroughly enjoyed this game, and I'm thoroughly enjoying going through it again. It's and I mean in terms of replay value, in terms of getting different stuff, you're only really getting different stuff if you do the secret ending, if you figure that out. But even still, it's just such a pleasure to go through this.
Oh yeah, well that's good. Replay value, replayability is an important thing, and even if a game is a less expensive game, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's like not worth your time.
Oh no, not at all. And in fact, I find now that we're oh, gonna Metal Gear Solid my way through this one. Um, and I find now that actually where I'm a husband and a father, and I don't have as much time to play games. It's not that I don't play long games. It's just that
Hmm.
where I only get to play once a week, I find that I do get a lot of value out of games that are only a short. Um,
Right.
like I don't believe that games have to be 170 hours to be considered worthwhile.
Right.
And in fact, in a lot of cases, I actually find that it's that can really help to devalue a game depending on how it goes. Like, I'm still in the middle, pretty much in the early stages of a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'm not used to playing Metal Gear games as an open world game. Like, I played 1 through 4, and they weren't open world at all. But I mean, it was a little bit sandboxy in the way that you had your choice of how you handled the situation, but there was
Right.
a definitive story that you were going through. So I just found that Metal Gear Solid 5 was really, I don't want to say it's not engaging because it had a brilliant intro, but I find, where it's so different from what I'm used to, it's hard for me to get back into it. Like, I've taken a big hiatus from it. I imagine at some point I'll get back into it and continue that playthrough just for the sake of actually going through it, because I don't know, it's not that it's not good, it's just that I do wish it was a bit more on the rails, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it's like I completely understand what you're saying. It's with a, sometimes a short focused experience is better than a longer unfocused one. Because you don't necessarily want to have to deal with that padding. Like I'm in a similar situation to you. I have a girlfriend. I am a foster father.
Oh, okay.
So I do so I understand where you're coming from. It's not quite identical, but it's close enough.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate games that don't waste my time.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go back and play a lot of JRPGs, for example, because I know a lot of them I'm going to have to spend some time level grinding.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's just not something that I feel is going to be worth my time. I don't, that to me, that's wasting time. That's time when they could be delivering, an interesting, engaging experience. But instead, I'm dealing with padding that they put in to
Yeah.
lengthen out the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, for sure. Oh, I remember what I was supposed to do here. Now, here's something interesting here. Did you notice that there isn't really any sound in this section?
Yeah, there's very little sound, and I also know the water seems to still be coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Am I getting that right? Am I
Yeah, and
seeing that right?
I'm even controlling the level of it. Um, with that switch here, I'm actually controlling the level of it. But what's also interesting too is that
It looks like
the
you're in an observation room.
yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, because right now the camera is outside of like some plate of glass, and there's like computers and stuff where people could potentially be watching me. Nobody's watching me from
Yeah.
this side, but if you look into the background as I lower the water, there's not only 2 people observing me, but there's a video camera there too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a number on the glass. Even you appear to be in test chamber number 4.
Yeah, exactly. So there's definitely something going on here. There's they, at this point, I think they actually know that I'm here, and they don't seem to be making any specific efforts to stop me. It doesn't seem, because I mean, if they,
Hmm.
I mean, theoretically they could stop me now, couldn't they?
I guess so. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe at this point you've broken into Aperture Labs, and GLaDOS wants to see how you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um, okay, I'm a little bit stuck here. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do with this. Um, I mean, okay, what the hell? I
Hmm.
think maybe I'm supposed to. Hmm. Maybe I'm supposed to put this down there, and then it acts as something for.
Maybe it's to help you jump up into the water. Like maybe you get the crate
Oh,
down,
yeah,
but where the ladder is or something.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Actually, I bet you you're right. Yeah, I should put it down by the ladder, and then get it grounded, and then jump up into the water with it. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's
Like
probably
I
it.
was gonna like I was gonna point, but then I was like, he can't see you pointing.
I do that all the time. I'll gesture towards something, and it's just like, no, we're on the phone. That doesn't work. um, well, that's something too. Like, it's like sometimes my wife will she'll say, it's over there, but I can't see where she's pointing.
Right.
Yeah. Uh, yes, there we go. Yes, and then I can jump into it from there. I can get across, and the door isn't shut. Yay! We did it.
All right.
Sweet.
And now, because of the delay, I'm watching you climb on top of the crate. There you go.
Oh.
But there you go. That works.
There we go. I wonder what those yellow things are.
Well, I mean, I guess on the bright side, they were just watching you instead of threatening your life. You know, as if you had busted into aperture science.
Yeah, that's certainly a plus.
This next test will kill you for sure. Don't even try.
God, I haven't gone through the Portal games. I've seen quite a bit of Portal 2, although I haven't really gone through it all. But I really enjoy the humor and the brilliant writing that they put in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's a perfect example of one more so than two, in my opinion, of a focused experience. Because I felt like 2 kind of dragged on a little bit in certain places.
Oh yeah.
Like in between the main segments where you're actually doing a lot of the puzzles and getting a lot of that story, they had like these big set pieces and everything where I guess, you know, they want you to see that, but and that's great. But I spent most of my time in those big set piece areas trying to find that one little square where I could land the shot to make the next portal to keep going.
Right.
You know, I kind of felt like that was unnecessary dragging, and it kind of killed the pacing. Whereas 1 is a much more focused, you know, one after another kind of thing. It's a shorter game for sure, but, you know, much more of a tight focused experience. Not that 2 is bad, don't get me wrong. 2 was a blast also. Yeah. It's just the pacing's a little different.
Okay. Okay, I'm kind of forgetting what I'm supposed to do here too. I don't think I can do this yet. Oh wait, yes I can. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go.
I don't know. I remember seeing some dudes walking around down there, and then you fell out of the water.
Yeah. So this is happening now.
Come, I have freed you from your sky womb.
Yeah.
I am your king.
Yes, I freed them from
Follow
their
me,
sky
children.
womb. They're not exactly complete, but notice no helmet, but they still follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe that umbilical cord gave me more than just gills.exe. Maybe it also gave me helmet.exe. But, yeah, so if you weren't, as a child, if you weren't traumatized before with the fully intact zombies following you around, I imagine this is probably do a number on you.
Yeah, and I don't, maybe it's for ESRB reasons, but I can't help but notice they're all wearing underwear.
Oh, that they're all wearing underwear. Yeah, yeah. They all got the they got the Fifth Element Lilu underwear on.
Are they wearing masks too, or is that just my imagination?
They masks or bandages or something.
Because that one on the right looks like it's got some sort of mask on.
It does kind of, yeah. I'm also apparently missing something because they aren't strong enough to launch me into that button there. Huh. There's one that can't follow me, much like the dead chick from before. So it does again seem to be a running theme. Oh, they could help me out with that. That's what it is. Oh, come on, guys. Run it. There we go. Okay, and then they'll be able to.
So yeah, I mean, it could be a coping mechanism that he's just kind of like emotionally shut down, or he could be an android. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
That's still a notch in the android column for me.
Yeah, that's a notch in the android column. Okay, yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable idea for sure.
So hey, it's like, hey, Data, this part's fucked up. Turn off your emotion chip. Yes, sir.
Oh my. Actually, I got a Star Trek related question for you. Once, perhaps in the next episode, as this is now at the 15-minute mark.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just end with him creepily being surrounded by these things. Ugh. Let's just put him in the most uncomfortable position possible.
Yeah, and they're
before we
not
end the
even lifting him
episode.
up. This is like in the stranger danger position.
Yeah, seriously. All right, well let's see if this little boy will be a little less traumatized in the next episode. Until then, this has been another episode of Let's Play Together of the game Inside with my friend CapnMintbeard. Go check out his channel and check out his Let's Plays.
And check out Nathan's too. I mean, come on.
What? Oh, sorry, the mic cut out there for just a second. What was that?
I said, and check out Nathan's too. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. All right. Until then.